Folks, CNN is losing its mind again, and this time it's not over a poll, not over a tweet, but over a sombrero. That's right, guys. You heard me right. President Donald J. Trump, our sitting president, posted a playful AI video of Hakeem Jeffries in a sombrero, and the entire liberal media complex absolutely imploded in on themselves. The anchors are crying racism, the fact checkers are foaming at the mouth, and the Democrats, well, let's just say that they're scrambling for cover. But here's the part that that's just driving them crazy. While CNN was busy screaming about sombreros and some deep fakes, Maxine just admitted the truth on camera that Democrats shut down the government to protect illegal immigrant health care. Let that sink in, guys. They shut down your government. They froze paychecks and risked federal programs, all to make sure illegal immigrants get medical benefits. Meanwhile, millions of American citizens can't even afford their own premiums. And guess what? The numbers back it up. Billions of taxpayer dollars flowing to emergency rooms, to hospitals, to migrants who never paid a dime into the system. Meanwhile, rural hospitals are going bankrupt and veterans are being turned away. So when Trump posts a meme with a sombrero, it's not just a joke. It's a warning shot. It's the president exposing how broken the system really is and how far the Democrats will go to protect their own power. Oh, and when CNN tried to fact check it, it completely backfired hard, because today we're going to go ahead and break down exactly why the media's meltdown over President Trump's sombrero video has nothing to do with racism and everything to do with fear. Fear that the American people are finally connecting the dots. So stick with me, guys, because this story is not just about a meme anymore. In fact, it's about corruption. It's about the lies I'm about to share with you guys, and one confession that the Democrats cannot take back. Hit the like button, subscribe. All right, so you really couldn't make this up if you tried, folks. The internet exploded the moment President Donald J. Trump posted what is now this infamous AI video of House Democrat leader Hakeem Jeffries wearing a sombrero. Now, this was just pure satire, classic Trump humor, but within minutes, Democrats completely lost their minds. CNN called it dangerous disinformation. MSNBC called it racist. Even Hakeem Jeffries himself looked like he wanted to file a human rights complaint against Photoshop. Guys, drop me a comment down below. Let me know if you thought it was funny. Did you think it was racist? Did you feel like this was dangerous? I mean, was Trump just having a good old time? Anyway, here's the real reality here. The clip went supernova when millions of views hit across X, Truth Social, Rumble, not because of the sombrero, but more importantly because people saw through the act. They know President Trump wasn't mocking ethnicity. He was mocking hypocrisy. So while Democrats cry about AI manipulation, they have spent years pushing fake narratives about Russia, collusion, and January 6 hoaxes. Now, Trump's team framed it perfectly. We don't care. We really don't care, because that is the point. Like, they have tried to cancel Trump for everything he's done, and the American people are finally laughing back. For once, humor beat hysteria. So the meltdown that followed was legendary. CNN cut into their programming like it was like 9/11. Abby Phillips stared into the camera as if the Republic had fallen. They fact-checked a meme. They actually brought in like digital ethics experts to analyze whether Trump's sombrero edit constituted a national security risk. Guys, a national security risk over a freaking sombrero? Give me a break, folks. This was a joke. Anyway, so here's a real kicker. The harder that they try to discredit it, the more viral it became. Their outrage fueled the fire. On X, users clipped the CNN meltdown and captioned it, "When satire hurts your feelings." Even moderates started saying, "Okay, CNN, calm the freak down." So the disconnect really couldn't be any more clear. While regular Americans are dealing with gas prices, healthcare costs, and inflation, the media elite, they're obsessed over some meme. They're completely out of touch. They are terrified of the laughter because laughter breaks control. Even Vice President J.D. Vance, cool as ice, asked by the Washington Post if he thought the video was offensive, and he said, quote, "I think it's funny." Boom. End of story. The crowd roared, because that is the difference between the right and the left in 2025. One side can laugh and the other side sues. Now, Republicans, they have turned humor into a political weapon. They've learned that mockery destroys propaganda faster than any fact check. Every time CNN tries to scold the public, the GOP just posts another meme. It's emotional Aikido. Use your opponent's outrage against them. And that's exactly what just happened. Trump's sombrero post wasn't about ethnicity. It was about exposing weakness. It reminded Americans that Democrats have no sense of humor, no self-awareness, and no control over the narrative anymore. Now, how confident are you that your Medicare plan actually covers what you need? Most people guess. They say, I think it's fine. But guessing isn't good enough when it comes to your health and your money. How about an $88,000 unexpected bill hitting your mailbox, right? Yeah, it can happen. Well, this is why I partner with Chapter. Their advisors eliminate the guesswork by reviewing every Medicare option available. They give you answers that your plan won't and peace of mind that you just can't put a price on. Leslie Taylor thought that her Medicare plan was probably fine, like a lot of other people, but Chapter showed her exactly how she was wasting $1,000 a year. Sharon completely lost her coverage altogether after Chapter found her a brand new plan that worked. So here's the question. Are you just going to keep guessing, or are you going to join the thousands who already know for sure now? Now, most people are already dialing that phone number right there on the bottom of your screen, or they're visiting askchapter.org/Ron. That phone number is 909-563-8279. Then came the real bombshell. Congresswoman Maxine Waters, crazy as a bedbug is what many people say, and in a moment of unfiltered honesty, admitted that Democrats forced the government shutdown to get health care for everybody, including illegal immigrants. She said the quiet part out loud, probably by accident. But anyway, that's not my interpretation. That's her words, broadcast for the world to hear. Think about that for a second, okay? While Americans are struggling with medical debt, small businesses are collapsing, and families are skipping on prescriptions to save money, the Democratic Party was ready to hold the nation hostage for illegal benefits. Wow. Unbelievable, right? So no wonder CNN panicked. Trump's sombrero meme wasn't their biggest problem. This was their biggest problem. In fact, the truth broke containment. And once people saw that clip, no amount of spin could save them. So here's what the numbers show. Straight from government reports, Medicaid costs for emergency services to illegal immigrants skyrocketed 142% last year, from $3.7 billion to over $9.1 billion under Biden's administration. That's your tax money. Meanwhile, U.S. citizens, seniors, veterans, disabled Americans are waiting months for care. The GOP isn't making this up. These are federal filings. Under Trump's first term, those costs dropped to near historic lows. Under Biden, they tripled. Democrats claim, it's just emergency care. But there's a loophole. Hospitals call everything an emergency now in order to stay solvent, and taxpayers end up footing the bill. So yeah, illegal immigrants are getting Medicaid-funded treatment while citizens are paying higher premiums. CNN can fact-check it all they want, but data doesn't care about your feelings. This is where the policy battle gets real. Trump's one big beautiful bill passed, and defended by the new GOP majority, ended taxpayer-funded health care for illegals. Simple, fair, America first. Then Democrats slipped language into their continuing resolution to undo that reform. They wanted to restore funding streams that would allow states like California to bill Medicaid for migrant care. Republicans called it a poison pill. So the White House refused to negotiate. Trump said no. That is when the Democrats walked. They were willing to shut the entire government down in order to protect healthcare subsidies for people not even supposed to be here. So this is why Maxine's confession hit like a grenade. It proved Trump right. Now let's talk real world impact. In Southern California, emergency rooms are swamped. Healthcare professionals said that the entire system was being bombarded by illegal migrants. In Denver, the city's main safety net hospital reported 20,000 migrant visits in 1 year, leaving an unpaid bill of over $10 million. UC Health in Colorado reported severe access delays for American patients. Translation: citizens waiting in long lines behind non-citizens actually getting the care. That's what Democrats call compassion, putting everyone else ahead of you. Trump calls it insanity. So when pressured, Democrats try to explain it away. They claim that these benefits are only for lawfully present individuals, asylum seekers, or domestic violence survivors. But the text of their proposal didn't match their talking points. It's the same old trick, guys. Emotional storytelling to mask fiscal corruption. They hide behind words like compassion and equity to justify redistribution of wealth schemes that punish taxpayers. Meanwhile, CNN panels repeat the script word for word, as if the DNC faxed them the morning memo. The disconnect is obvious. Ordinary Americans are tired of elites moralizing while they foot the bill. So this is where the people step in. Clips are going viral of regular Americans snapping back, mothers, veterans, working professionals saying, enough. One woman went off. She said, "You think I should pay for someone who cheated the system? Are you out of your mind?" That's the heart of the story. Moral fairness. The left calls it cruelty. The right calls it common sense. Americans work, pay taxes, and play by the rules. They expect the same accountability from their government. Every time someone stands up and says, "My money should go to my country first," the establishment media calls it xenophobia. But that message is resonating louder than ever. So, you know what's funny here, guys? The same people that are chanting "Free Gaza" on the weekends, they can't name the homeless shelter 5 miles from their house. The same celebrities tweeting about open borders live behind gated walls with private security. When conservatives host food drives or volunteer, cameras are nowhere to be found. Meanwhile, liberals post hashtags, CNN calls it activism. So Trump's meme hit them where it hurts, pride. It exposed how performative the left's compassion really is. They preach equality while practicing elitism. And when someone like Trump mocks them for it, they call it hate. Even Barack Obama once admitted the truth that illegal immigration depresses wages and circumvents worker protection laws. He called for employer verification systems and accountability. Now, that was Obama 2008. But the party of 2025, they'd cancel him for saying that today. In fact, it shows how far the left has drifted from protecting American workers to protecting anyone but them. Trump didn't change, the Democrats did. They left the middle class behind in order to chase progressive clout. Then there's the immigrant who followed the law. The man who said, "I spent years, thousands of hours to do it right." He's proud to be an American, but furious that people who break the law are rewarded. That message really hits home. Legal immigrants are some of Trump's strongest supporters because they understand what America means. They earned it. They know the difference between opportunity and exploitation. So when he said, "Go to Japan, go to Russia, go to China, see if they let you just walk in," it really struck a nerve because he's right. Only America is this generous, and only our leaders are foolish enough to be ashamed of it. And so this brings us full circle. What started as a joke, a sombrero meme, turned into a mirror reflecting the left's unraveling. Trump's humor exposed their hypocrisy. Maxine Waters' confession exposed their agenda, and CNN's meltdown exposed their fear. They can't hide behind identity politics anymore. They can't guilt Americans into silence. The numbers, the words, the footage, it's all out there. The message is simple. Under President Trump, America takes care of Americans again. Now, if that offends the elite, then it's too bad. So let them melt down. Let them scream about sombreros, deep fakes, and fake outrage, because every time they do, they remind us exactly why Trump won and why the American people are laughing again. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the real story that they don't want you to see. Like, subscribe, and share this video because the truth is trending and it's wearing a red hat. Hey, by the way, guys, if you're one of the real ones who really enjoy what we do here on the channel, you've got to check out the Inner Circle. This is where our true supporters get exclusive access to content that I just can't share here, completely commercial free. It's also the best way to keep this channel going strong. So if you want to be a part of something special, join us over there. Links in the description or in the pinned comment down below.